Hey everyone, my name is Trofort Wilson, and here's another photo shoot breakdown. So for this amazing opportunity, I had the honor to go back to Charlotte to photograph Charlotte's new MLS soccer team, Charlotte FC. Now, similar to what we did for the Top Cat shoot a couple months ago, we actually changed up the locker room into a photo studio. Now, the amazing thing for this production day was that there was 7 different sets with 7 different amazing creators, and I had the opportunity to shoot on the white background set. So these images were going to be used for their roster, for their headshot, and for different marketing materials. So I had to make sure that I actually followed their strict guidelines to make sure that they're able to use these images for years to come. Now, when it came to shooting on the white background sets, we actually got a lot of specific guidelines for how these images were supposed to look. We got detailed instructions of how the lighting was supposed to be, how the background was supposed to be, and very, very detailed instructions on how to actually pose our models. Now, the fun thing was during the shoot, it was easy to get into a rhythm because all of the poses were kind of very specific to where it was straight on, turn to the side, hands on the hips, hand cross, different things like that. So it made it a lot easier, and because we actually had a translator, it made it easier for us to communicate with the athletes when it came to shooting these images. Now let's get into the actual photo shoot. So for this session, I used my Canon R5. I was tethered to Capture One, and for the lighting, we used Profoto, provided by PPR Atlanta. Now for the lighting, we actually did a 4-light setup. They gave us specific instructions that they didn't want the lighting to be too contrasty, and they didn't want a lot of harsh shadows. So for the key light, we used my favorite modifier. We used the white beauty dish with the diffuser on it because we wanted to have contrasty images, but we didn't want the shadows to be too harsh. Now for my fill light, to actually fill in those shadows, I used the large Ellen chrome, which is able to fill in the shadows softly as well as fill in the background as well. Now for the background, they informed us that they wanted the background to either be a white or a gray, whichever would make it easier for them to actually do cutouts of the athletes. So for the backlights, I used 2 Profotos, one on each side, facing into the umbrella to where it was bouncing the light. Now overall, it was an amazing, smooth day, and that's what happens when you have an amazing team. So again, thank you so much, Charlotte FC, for the opportunity. I hope that this photo shoot breakdown was a little bit helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and make sure that you go out there, be fearless, and create.